Hi everybody, it's Anthony Morrison and welcome to this week's edition of the Success Connection. So I hope a lot of you have seen the Success with Anthony program. I know a lot of you have joined. I'm totally stoked by it. Really cool program. Spent a lot of time on it, really inexpensive, so hopefully you're all enjoying it. On the Success Connection, as you know, we are spending some time going through my first book, The Hidden Millionaire, and it outlines 12 principles that I've used to have massive success in business, both online and offline. And basically what I wanted to do is dig deep, right? I wanted to go through each of these principles and really look at them, reflect on them, and tell them, or really tell you how you can use them every single day to build your business and have even more success. So right now we're in chapter 5, and it's called The Fearlessness of Success, right? And I think this is a really important chapter because in this chapter of the book, I start talking about the Worldcom disaster. So as most of you already know, my dad lost pretty much his life savings in a bad investment in the stock market. He invested in Worldcom, lost a ton of money, and all of a sudden my family's faced with this massive, massive disaster. And I wrote this chapter and I called it The Fearlessness of Success because it really was about, making a decision and being faced with a horrible problem and being able to make the decision to, not wilt from it, right? Not just fall down and put my hands over my head and just hope that the weights don't crush me completely. It was about looking up and saying, you know what, yeah, this situation is really bad. This situation, it's no good. However, I'm going to take the negative that's happened in our lives and I'm going to turn it into a positive, and I'm going to go full steam ahead, and I'm not going to think about what anybody else thinks. I'm not going to care what anybody else's opinions are. I'm not going to worry about all of these things that hold people back from success. I'm just going to look down the road. I'm going to say, here's my goal. My goal is to have enough money to take care of my family. Here's where I'm at today. Here's the path I need to go down. Now let's take off. And that's exactly what I did. I never looked back. I started my first business online, and I used a common sense principle for me anyway, and that was don't reinvent the wheel, make it better. So what I did was I looked for businesses that were already succeeding. I looked for businesses that were already profitable, already flourishing, and I found a way to make them even better. And so that's what I did. I started a business that was in the same category, the same field, the same everything as many other businesses, but I just did it better than everyone else, and I had massive success. And that's why I wrote this part of the book. And I wrote, this principle was, don't be afraid to take risks if you want to have success. Now, obviously, what separates successful entrepreneurs from unsuccessful entrepreneurs is real simple. It's successful ones are able to take risks. They can push themselves to take a risk. Albeit a calculated risk, it's a risk nonetheless. You will never have success as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, as your own person, if you're constantly in your little shell thinking that the world is going to tear you apart, and the minute you start trying to do something, everything's going to come crashing down, and you're going to have a failure, and you're not going to be successful. If you surround yourself with a bunch of negative people who are constantly in your ear telling you all of this garbage, then you're never going to get out of that shell. And as long as you're in it, you can't have success. Successful people take risks. They're not afraid of success. They find something, they look at it, they analyze it, they see that this is their goal, and they just push forward with it. I never looked back. I never wondered about, well, what if this business doesn't work? Or what if I lose this amount of money or that amount of money? Or what if I'm unable? I always just looked at it with a positive mindset. I said, you know what? The business is working. All I'm doing, I'm not reinventing the wheel. I'm just making it better. And it's going to work for me, and I'm going to have success. And I used that mindset to literally just plow through starting my first business online, and I had massive success. So hopefully this gives you some tips, some ideas, some techniques. Really, it's just about having the right mindset, not being scared of success, and really and truly opening yourself up to taking some risks, going outside of your comfort zone if you want to have massive success. Now remember, as long as you leave me some comments below, if you're not already a member of our newsletter, then go ahead, put your information in and join now. But as long as you share this on Facebook, retweet it, leave me some comments below, you'll be entered to win a $1,000 prize that I'm giving away. As soon as I'm finished going through all the principles in this book, I'm going to select one person that's been with me on every Success Connection as I've gone through the book, left some comments, give me your feedback, and tell me how this has inspired you or how it's made you think a little different. And if you do that, you'll be entered to win the $1,000 prize as soon as I'm done going through this book. So hopefully you enjoyed this. Make sure to tune in next week right here on the Success Connection.